أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way, Course 6, Introduction. This course is basically a special course. Today we are having it's a double session. We have already done this session before on the Wednesday and the Thursday. This course actually started on 7th May. Classes were planned twice weekly, Wednesday and Thursday. Now, for your convenience, we are conducting the the double class once weekly on Sunday. So we will have two classes. First 2 days class on every Wednesday and Thursday, and the same two classes on the Sunday weekly. So they will have the double course classes. This course, inshallah, will complete expected on 19 November, this year. And you may have the quizzes or homeworks time to time. The timing for the regular class on Wednesday and Thursday is 6 to 7 p.m. But for you people on the Sunday, we will have 2 hours continuous class, 6 to 5. And the course covers almost 31 weeks or 32 weeks maybe. So this is a detailed schedules of that. Remember that each class of this course will have two parts as similar to the previous QC2 to 5. The first part concerned with the Quran and the second part will begin with the grammar. In grammar, when we study, we see there are three types of words: ism, fail, and harf. When we will see a ism, we will try to find out sign, gender, number, and kind. Kind mean either is a masculine or feminine. And Arab mean what is the sign on the last letter of the word, just like Dhamma, Fatah, Kasra, etc. When we will say the fail, what we will try to look in? We will see the signs of fail. The type is Madi, Mudare, Amr. Expression, is it about which form, third form, second form, or first person, second person, third. And the condition, what is the fail in which condition? Either it's having some doers or it is having some relation with something. And if doers, who is the doer, who is the file? When the harf comes, we will see the meaning and type, either they are active or non-active, or their signs, etc. Another thing which we were not telling you earlier, that is the compounds or murakkabat. Every ibara, every sentence may be a pair or a pair mean incomplete sentence, or maybe a complete sentence. So we will see in this course. What's today's shall do? What we will study? We will study the rules of understanding Quran. Then what have been studied from QC1 to QC5, we will have a look on that. And we will see what we will study the next, after this QC5 in QC6. Then introductions of the QC6 and details of study. At the end, we will have the grammar introductions as the second session. Every day, every Sunday, you will have two sessions. The first session will be the Quran, second will be the grammar. Of course, the first hours will be about the Quran, the second hours will be for the grammar. Rights of Quran. You know it's already. We have been revising you it for all the QC5s, 1, 2, 3, 4. In every class at the end, we showed you this slide. Allah may help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. Actually, these are the 6 rights of the Quran on us. Let's have a look. To recite, to understand, to ponder, to implement, propagate, and memorize. These are the 6 rights of Quran on us. Okay. During the course, special attention we will pay on running and the wordy translation, explanations of the ayahs, understanding of the ayah, then the listening of ayah again and again, and try to understand, to bring into the practical life the lesson of that ayah. And we will also pay attention what these ayahs want from us, and dua, accountability, plan, and propagations accordingly. What lesson achieves from these ayahs, and the effects of recitation during the prayers and the practical change. The subjects of the course include Allah and His power signs in His creations, then His creation greatness and His kindness and blessing on His slaves, moral and qualities of His prophets, attributes of Mu'min and their rewards, and paradise and its attributes. They will be the subject. And polytheists, false objections and their wrong ideas, receptions, Allah's treatment with His creation, signs and terribles of the hereafter, death, grave, accountability, and making afraid of the hereafter. These are the main subject. Now, orders of ayah. Ayahs are divided into 2 groups. The messengers, even their seas and miracles, Allah's treatment with His creations, and events of earlier nations, and the Quran's respect and its position, attributes of man and his refusal and the proudness, rejection and acceptance of the hereafter and life after here, mean the death, hell and its attributes, and the punishments for polytheists and the disbelievers, and the recitation full page again in every lesson. So what are the rules of understanding Quran? The rules of Quran understanding, we divide in 4 parts. The first part of Quran concerned with the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It tells His names, signs, and the good names of Allah, Asma Husna, and the Tawheed. And the second part is concerned with the humans, just like prophets, just like good humans, believers, mean the truthful, the martyrs and righteous, or the bad humans, just like disbelievers, kafirin, munafiqin, corrupt. And the third part is concerned with the commandments of Allah, just like deeds, rewards of deeds, maybe paradise or hell accordingly, or the advice. Then it is also concerned with the angels, mean close angels, the praying angels, the worshipping angel, and of course the jinns also come in that group, just like shayateens and the common jinn. And the last but not least is the universe. Quran talks about the universe. It tells in detail about the universe, its creations and example. So simply we can divide in 4 part what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mentioning name and signs and good names of Allah, and the Tawheed. That is the one part of the Quran. The second part, if we can divide, is regarding the humans, mean the prophets, the commandments, and the deeds. In among prophets, apart good peoples, just like believers, truthful, martyrs, righteous, or bad humans, just like disbelievers, kafirin, munafiqin, and corrupts. And then regarding the deeds, it tells the rewards of deeds, maybe paradise or maybe hell. So that is the second part of Quran which is mentioning. And the third thing which is that is regarding the angels, close angels, praying angels, worshipping angels, and the fourth part you can see the jinns. That is the shayateen and evils are the common jinns, and of course the universe can be taken as a separate 5th part if we can. So Quran understanding needs to understand components of Quran. the purpose of Quran, the style of Quran, the subjects of Quran, and requirements and resources of Quran to understand. The hurdles in understanding of the Quran. What are the hurdles? So the Quran understanding have different components, just like components of Quran, style of Quran, purpose of Quran, subjects of Quran, requirements and resources of Quran, and hurdles in understanding of the Quran. Until and unless we know these all things, we cannot understand the ayahs and their purpose or the Quran itself. So parts of Quran, maybe the Quran ayahs are of two types. What? One, actually, they are total 114. One are called the Makki ayahs. Makki ayahs are those ayahs which reveal before the migration of Prophet from Makkah to Medina. And these ayahs, beliefs, mean in short, Tawheed, Risalat, and hereafter. And their number are 86 out of 114, 86 surahs, they are concerned with the Makki ayahs. The second part is called the Madni ayahs, those revealed after the migration. Maybe after migration, even during Hajj in Makkah or out of the Medina, whatever, but after migration, the has come. They all are come under the heading of Madni ayahs, and their number is 28. And they are concerned with, in detail, beliefs, practical issues, Islam, society, and order. You know, Surah Al-Baqarah has how many ayahs? How many ayahs are there in Surah Al-Baqarah? How many ayahs are there in Surah Al-Baqarah?
286.
286. Good. Now look, what is the miracle? 286 ayahs are Surah Al-Baqarah. If you take the first two, that is how much? 28. So the Madni ayahs are 28. If you take the next two part, 86. So 86 are the Makki. And total they are 140. It's a miracle. If you forget how many surahs are Makki, how many surahs are Madni, no issue. Just remember the Surah Al-Baqarah numbers of ayah, they are 286. If you take the first two figures, 28, they are the Madni surahs. If you take the last two figures, they are the Makki ayah. If you add them, 86 plus 20, they make 140 surahs. Isn't it easy to remember now? Or difficult? I should make more easier. Okay. So this is the look, 28 Madni, 86 Makki, and total 114 surahs. Okay, let's go ahead now. The acquiring Quran's objectives. Objectives of Quran can be acquired by completing the following tasks. It should recite it calmly. It is said, وَرَتِّلُ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا, mean, and read the Quran slowly. Second, reading with understanding and consideration to act. Ratal mean recite with understanding, only with the pleasures of Allah Ta'ala, mean for the morals, for the sake of guidance. The style of Quran is not like the human's books. The human books, they have chapters, time-based, prophets, subject-wise, but Quran is not like that. The subjects of the Quran, Holy Quran, are mixed and repeated throughout the Quran. We have to find them. We have to relate them. We have to understand. So, according to the opinion of Shah Waliullah, may Allah bless his blessing on him mercy. There are 5 subjects of the Quran. If we can divide or understand for understanding purpose, Quran has 5 main heading or main subjects. And these subjects may be remembered with Allah's ayahs, just like guidance from the verses, Tawheed, Risalat, and recurrence, And the ayahs are remember with Allah, just the guidance from the blessings of Allah. Are the remember of the God, lessons and advices from the history. And remember days of God, just like lessons and advices from the history. Again, repeat. Remember of the death, the circumstances of death, details of grave and Jannah and the hell. Then remember for Allah's order, the distinction between the permissible halal and haram by the commandments of Allah. So orders like religion, society, economy, politics, international relationship, they all are mixed. So let's to see a little detail. When we say remember with Allah, mean it is tazkir bi ayatillah. Tazkir bi ayat mean remembrance or having relation with the Allah's ayahs. This is confirming the basic thoughts and beliefs of the Islam with the arguments and solving the doubts of Jews and Christians, polytheists, and the hypocrites, these ayahs. Under this title come all those verses in which the monotheism, prophethoods, and the resurrections have been confirmed. Just like Bismillah Rahman wa ilahukum ilahum wahid. La ilaha illa huwa rahman rahim. This is the main message of the Quran. And it was given to all prophets from starting Hazrat Adam till Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa ilahukum ilahum wahid. La ilaha illallah huwa rahman rahim. This is the main message of the Quran. So your God is one God. There is no God but He, the benevolence and the compassionate. The second types of ayahs we call are the Shah Waliullah call Tazkir bil Allah. Allah mean with Allah. All those verses come under this title, in which the blessings of Allah Ta'ala are described and His attributes are mentioned. Just like Bismillah Rahman. Allah الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم وسخر لكم الفلك لتجري بالبحر بأمره وسخر لكم الأنهار. What is the meaning? Allah is He who created the heavens and the earth and sends down water from the sky, and with it procedures fruits. It produces the fruits for your sustenance, and He committed the ships to your service, sailing through the sea by His command, and He committed the rivers to your service. The third type of ayahs are called Tazkir bil Ayamillah. Ayamullah means the days of Allah. What does it mean? Under this heading, verses which mentions the past days or persons and describes the results and fruits of the good and the bad deeds of the son. Just like Bismillah. وَإِلَى مَدْيَنَ أَخَاهُمْ شُعَيْبًا فَقَالَ يا قوم اعبدوا الله وارجعوا اليوم الآخر ولا تعثوا في الأرض مفسدين فكذبوه فأخذتهم الرجفة فأصبحوا في دارهم جاثمين. And to the Madian, their brother Shuaib, he said, O my people, worship Allah and anticipate the last day and do not spread corruption in the land. But they rejected him, so the tremor overtook them, and they were left motionless in their homes. The next types of ayah can be grouped under Tazkir bil Ahwalul Maut, mean remembering the death or concerning the death. Just like under this title come all the verses which contain the circumstances of death, the events of hell, the details of the doomsday, and the conditions of humans and the hell. Just like this. Bismillah. وَلَيْسَتِ التَّوْبَةُ لِلَّذِينَ يَعْمَلُونَ السَّيِّئَاتِ حَتَّى حتى إذا حضر أحدهم الموت قال إني تبت الآن وعلى الذين يموتون وهم كفار أولئك أعتدنا لهم عذاب أليم. Mean, but repentance is not available for those who commit evils until when death approaches, one of them says, "No, I repent." Not for those who die as the disbelievers. These we have prepared for them a painful torment. The next category of ayahs can be uh, studied under the heading of Tazkir bil Ahkam Allah, mean the commands of Allah or orders of Allah. All these verses can be counted under this heading, in which the rules of the worships, affairs, society, economy, politics, and international relations are described. Just the example is Bismillah. Inna Allah ya'muru bikumul adli والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. Allah commands justice and goodness and generosity towards the relatives, and He forbids immorality and injustice and oppressions. He advises you so that you may take the heed. Mean hadaya, or the guidance. So understanding the Quran, essential and sources. What are we need, or what is the need to understand the Quran's, what is required? What are the essential things? Interpretation of the Quran through the Quran, then sequence of the speech throughout the context. Sunnah is frequent and interacted with the Ummah, and some news, mean the contrary from the Sahaba Hadith, Sahih Hadith, and the reliance of the companions, and Arabic language or the language and poetry, familiarity with the Arab cultures, they are required to understand the ayahs. Slowly and gradually we'll grab them. What are the hurdles in understanding the Quran? Attributory mentality. It means seeking guidance from the Quran by establishing a Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So we were talking about the generosism, mean studying the Quran through the lens of the prejudice. So you can't get the hadai. The mischiefs of the intentions. The sincerity is essential for opposition's purposes. Studying Quran does not guide. The arrogance and the selfishness. The importance and superiority of the Quran is the heart essential. The goal is humiliating, then Quran does not guide. Reciting the Quran, is the Quran for the deeds or deeds? Teacher. So we were talking about
not yet, Sheikh.
Hurdles in the understanding of the Quran. So what are the hurdles? We saw one is the intentions of the individual. If the individual does not have a good intention and try to read Quran and understand that he will get guidance, no. Guidance is with the sincerity. When the person or individual is sincere, then Quran. Reciting Quran, is the Quran for the dead? No. Rewards of Quran. Continuously charity, useful knowledge, and good children, and making all allowances in Quran for making the allowances? No. The divinations from the Quran, passing over the bridge heads, shivering in the courts, is not that. What we do in the weddings, we normally pass the Quran over the heads of the bird to have the mercy. The Quran is not for this purpose. So in Surah Al-Baqarah, as you people told me, there are 286 ayahs. Isn't so? You people told me Surah Al-Baqarah have 286 ayahs. Is it right or not?
Yes, right.
Okay.
Yes, right. Correct.
And out of this 280, how much you have already studied till QC5?
141.
If you have studied 141 from QC1 to 5, so how many is left then?
145.
Yes, out of 286, we have covered 141. So the rest from 122 up to 286, they are 145. Do you know how much time we took to complete the 141 ayahs? Anybody? How much time took us to complete this 141 ayahs?
It took
30
us
hours.
No.
about
30 hours.
We did 4 courses. QC2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5. Every course of 20
Yeah,
hours.
40 hours.
So 4 multiplied 20, 80 hours course. 80 hours course, in a week you were having 2 classes. And it took almost 10 months to 1 year. To complete 4 courses mean 10 to 12 months. And how much time will take it 145 years to complete now?
One and a half year.
10 to 12 months.
They say 10 months. They say 10
One and a half year.
They say 10 months. But look me, when I did the QC6, they said 10 months. That was a paid course. Every month we have to pay 1,000. So after 10 months, course was not complete. They said, okay, 2 months more, 2 months pass. Then they say, okay, 2 months. It took 1.5 years, 18 months to complete QC6. And now, how much time I will take to complete it?
Approximately 6 months, 7 months.
10 months.
1 year.
Of course,
Almost
you are right.
1.5 year.
You
One
are
and a half
right.
year.
You are right. I will try to complete it within 6-7 months. The course required at least 10 months. That is the minimum. Anyhow, what studied from QC1 to QC5? Let's to have a look what we have already studied and know. In QC1, you learn complete Salah, 6 surahs. That was the 4 Suratul Kul, Suratul Ikhlas, Suratul Kafrun, Suratul Falak, Suratul Nas, and then Suratul Asr and Suratul Nasr. And of course, the Suratul Fatih. And 4 du'as. And in the grammar, you learn the sound verbs of Slasi Mujarrad. In QC2, when you came, you started the first para, the first juz, Alif Lam Mim para, and you studied the first quarter of 37 ayahs. And in grammar, you studied the weak verbs Lasi Mujarrad in QC2. In QC3, you started the second quarter of the first juz, that was the 38 to 76, mean the 39 ayahs. In grammar, you learned the mazid fi verbs and the weak verbs along. In QC4, you studied the third quarters of the first juz from 77 and up to 105, 29 ayahs. And in grammar, you learned the mu'annas, tasniya, majhul, and you started the Jama Mukassir and Ismi Makasif, Tabdil, Mubalgha, Fil Mudare, Arab, Jumla Ismiya. Then we come to the QC5. In QC5, we completed the first juz, the last quarter, mean 106 to 141, mean 36 ayahs. In grammar, we did the Jumla Failya, Jumla Inna Wakana, and the 4 pairs, and then the Mansubat, Asma'i Khamsa, Ghair Munsarif, and Muarrif. This all we have already studied. And what now we'll is let to have a summary. First juz has 4 parts. Each part has 5 pages. First pages 1 to 5 we studied in QC2 from 1 to 37 ayah, mean the 37 ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah. In QC3, we studied the next 5 pages, 6 to 10, and we covered 39 ayahs from 38 to 76. In the QC4, we studied the next 5 pages, 11 to 15, mean 77 to 105 ayah, mean the 29 ayahs. And then in the QC5, we completed the last 5 pages of the first juz with 106 to 141 mean 36 ayah. And the first juz was having this 141 ayah that we have done. Now from 142 onwards, we will study in QC6. Now you may ask what we will study in QC6. In QC6, we will complete the Surah Al-Baqarah from ayah 141 to 286, mean 141 ayahs. That is the Quran. What we will learn in the grammar, we held a revision of the studied grammar from QC 1 to 5. Moreover, grammar with the common terms and the details of the Mu'arrab and Mabni Asma, and the details of the Munsarif and Ghair Munsarif, and the details of the Marfu'at, Mansubat, and Majrurat, and the rules of the numbers, as well as the application of grammar on the ayah of the Surah Al-Baqarah. That is the grammar part which we study in this QC6. So what is the requirement of the QC6? You must have completed QC 1 to 5. If you have not completed, you will be facing very difficulties to complete the QC6 or understand QC6. So if you have not done, please go and complete it. Then awareness of the basic tajweed. If you know good and well, I have not done, please join some tajweed course and complete that. Atheism and the positions for the learning. The course introduction is that QC6 class is not a tafsir or tajweed class. The object is understanding basics of the Quran. And literally translations, the worldly or the physical translations, topics, explanation, grammatical analysis, and achieving the lessons, the compulsory material which is required to understand QC6. I have not so far found in English the proper material. So what I will do, when I will prepare the lesson, after the lesson, the lessons material will be converted into PDF and sent to you. So you may have the Quranic dictionary, Lutfur Rahman. For those who can understand Urdu, they are lucky they can use this Quranic dictionary. Otherwise, you can download any Arabic to English or English to Arabic dictionary for yourself. Then this Tasayyurul Quran Jadid, that is for the Urdu people, and Talimul Quran Para 2 and 3. But for you people, English people, you can have any, the Tasayyurul Quran in English available and its translations or the worldly translation of the Para. And I will also share with you on weekly basis some materials which will be helpful to understand the lessons. And of course, you will need the pen and the highlighters, pink, blue, etc. Take the simple Mus'haf, and whenever you study during class or even after the class, I think it has again gone. Do you people hear me now? I'm
Yes.
able to. Okay, let's continue. So you should highlight. For example, we will tell you how to highlight them. At the moment, Urdu versions of materials available for these courses. Those who can understand Urdu, post me a message. I will give them the Urdu material. In the English group, I will not share the Urdu material, so the others should not get confused. However, I will try to provide translation of the material as per class requirement on weekly basis, so all students may be benefiting. The compulsory material, this is a dictionary, Quranic dictionary. It's soft copy as well as the application available. You can install it from the Google Play Store. Then this is the Tafsir Quran, the Talimul Quran, and the Quran's understanding rules. It is not available at the moment in the English. So I will, whatever teach, I will translate in English and share with you. The next extra material, it is Asrajul Munir, Quadul Lisanul Quran, Asan Tarjma, or Tasil Quran, Tafhimul Quran, and Bianul Quran. A lot of material is available in Urdu and English. You can benefit from them. So this is the optional. Reading in essential 10 classes. The 10 classes, they are very important because we will complete the grammar in 10 classes. After that, there will be no more grammar. We will just then double the ayahs. Till 177 ayah, we will have the grammar lessons. After that, grammar lesson will be converted into ayah and we will study the 2 pages per week. So the reading after the verses 178, so let's continue. Literal and the worldly, the other device is not working. Let's to share with you the computer image. So in detail, we will study the grammar tables of the new words. How to read any dua, hadith according to the verses, then plan according to dua and hadith. Use of highlighter. I will tell you how to use them. When you see marfu asma, make them green. When you say the mansub asma, make them origin or the orange. Majrur asma, blue. So what will happen when you mark them? The moment you see a page, you immediately know these are the marfu, these are the mansub, these are the majrur. In the same way, highlighters will help you. Moreover, you take the worldly translation of the Mus'haf, that is the Talimul Quran. It's available in soft copy. I will share the soft copy. Take the pages and paste in between the 2 pages of the book. Wherever you read some rule, some important point, note on that. The moment when you study open, your notes are ready, you can have the flashes or you have the eliminated the nouns or the words or the haruf. So they will help you. This is the way. Now there is a concept before I close this Quranic introduction part. You can see this is Al-Qudus, Baitul Muqaddas. This is the Medina, and this is the Makkah, mean the Kaaba. Earlier days, till even 16 months after the migration, the prophets used to pray in the direction of Al-Qudus and Makkah. When he was in Makkah, even he tried to have the both direction in one. When he was in Makkah, it was not possible to have the both direction, so he opted that. Why he opted? Now I tell you, the Al-Qudus, Baitul Muqaddas, is the point where all the 3 religions used to pray on that direction. The Jews, Kaaba, our direction is also there, Jerusalem. And then the Christians, their Kaaba is also there. And the early days, till the migration 16 months, Muslims, they were also praying in that direction. But remember, that is not the first Kaaba. The first Kaaba is forever and will ever remain the Makkah. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, when come on this earth, he made this Kaaba in Makkah on the orders of the Allah. So this house remained here till the Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam, when there was the Tufan, mean there was uh, demolishing the word. This Kaaba was raised on the seventh sky, and that is now called Baitul Ma'mur. That is still there. They are on the same directions. And now the Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, who raised the second time this Kaaba on the same place, on the same foundations which the Hazrat Adam alayhi salam laid. So the first Kaaba forever from Hazrat Adam alayhi salam till the last Muslim will be the same, this Makkah. This is not the Baitul Muqaddas. We normally claim Baitul Muqaddas our first Kaaba. No, that was for a short time till the Prophet was not ordered or got the message for change of Qibla. When they changed the Qibla, because earlier the Christians and the Jews, they were using its Kaaba. So the Muslims also followed that Kaaba. But later on, when the Qibla was changed, so our Qibla now became this. And this change happened in Medina after the migration, second year or third year. And when it had all Muslim, they turned from this to this direction. That is almost 180-degree opposite. So this Qiblatain, there is a mosque. If you go on Umrah Hajj in Medina, you will find there is a mosque called Qiblatain. If you enter in the Qiblatain, you will find that is the Makkah direction, and the Baitul Muqaddas direction was opposite. The doors from which you enter the mosque, that was this direction. And the presence direction in that Qiblatain mosque is that. So when you enter in the mosque from this side. Earlier it was opposite. So when very interesting, this order came during the Sallah. And when order came, hold the Jama, hold the people, they turn from that direction. You can imagine how it will be a great even during the Salah. Even it was not waited that the Salah be completed and turned. During the Salah, even during Salah, they were having the face on that direction. The moment order came, they changed the direction and they changed their faces on this direction. So if you people have any question, we can have the break for 2-3 minutes for the questions. Then we will go for the grammar part. Yes. Anybody, if have some question or want any clarification regarding whatever I have introduced you about the Quranic part or the QC6, you may ask.
Actually, we learn Wednesday and Thursday already, so it is a repetition. So I don't think we need any more questions to verify.
Rather, you said it should be on the Sunday 2 hours class. And
No,
now you are
Jazakallah,
saying there is no need of this class.
No. I'm saying there's no need to ask question because this session the second time we are undergoing this section.
Maybe some people among the class, they are the first time attending the class. They were not able to attend on the Wednesday and Thursday. Or even if you people have attended, still you people have any question.
Maybe.
The question may be at any time.
Maybe. Jazakallah khair from my side.
So no question, let's to go for the grammar part. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way, course 6, and we will have in this grammar Nahw and Sarf. So the Arabic grammar can be divided into 3 parts. I'm sorry, there are so many spellings mistakes and I am not so quick or to replace them or to correct. Especially I excuse from to whom I should excuse? Professor Ibrahim. He actually observed these things too much. So grammar has three parts: sarf, naf, and balagha. Sarf concerned with making the words from the letters. Just like fa and lam, we make the fa'il, fail, faltum, etc. And naf is concerned with the making of sentences from the words, or making pairs and then using in the sentences. Now, what is balagha? It's a new thing. Let to concentrate. Human knowledge and understanding is limited. The universe created by Allah is vast and beyond the human understanding. Uses verses, examples, metaphors, and the procedures or the precedents to explain the mysteries of the universe. So Quran sometimes uses different concepts which are just having only the points. They need to be understood. They need the clarifications, or they mention something which is already have relation with that things. So that understanding situation is called the balagha. So balagha is the clarification of those points which the Quran's already tells us. So let's to go for the revision of whatever we have already studied. You people know we saw the nouns or ism have three states. It may be have a dhamma or dhammatan, we say it's original. This is a single, this is the plural. Muslim, Muslimun. Muslimun, Muslimuna. Then when it changes from dhamma to fatha, it becomes the second form. We call it mansoob, just like Musliman, Muslimin. And when it comes to the jar, Muslimin, Muslimina, this is the third form. So we have three forms of the nouns: marfu, mansoob, majroor. When it have dhamma, dhammatan, we say it's marfu. And when it has fatha, fathatan, we say it's mansoob. When it have a kasra or kasratan, we say it's majroor. The example was Muslimun. For the feminine, we say Muslimat or Muslimat. Musliman, Muslimatin. Muslimin, Muslimatin. The masculine, the feminine difference we know already. Then we saw the ism can come in different shape. For example, Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. It may come in the plural form, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. It may come in the change form, just like Abu, Abba, Abi. It is quite different than the Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, or Muslimuna. Here the sign is not the Dhamma Fatha Kasa, it is the letters. Abu, Waw is the letter showing its Rafa. Abba, Alif is the letter showing its the Nas. Abi, Ya is the letter showing is the Jar. Then partially flexible. There are some nouns, they have only two forms, no three forms. Just like Ibrahimo, Ibrahima, Ibrahima. Its Nas and Jar is the same. There is another type called the fixed. They don't have even the two form. They have a single form, just like Haza, Marfu, Haza, Mansu, Haza, Mansu, all the same three. And there is another categories of word which have the hidden. For example, when I say Musa, here Dhamma is hidden. When I say Musa, here the Fatah is hidden. When I say Musa, here the Jar is hidden. So on basing that, we divided the nouns in different categories. We say the changing sign nouns, the showing the letters as a sign, or having the two state, they are called dicot, and we say the monocot, they have all the three one form, and the hidden, just like Musa, Isa. We have already covered these in the QC5. Then in QC5, we studied another thing, that was the four forms of the sentences. One is called Jumla Ismiyan, the nominal sentence, just like Allahu Ghafurun, two part. Two non, both are marfu. First is Muqtada, second is the news or the khabar. Then we saw the sentences starting with inna. They have another type. We say inna Allah ghafur. The first noun is called ismu inna, and the second is called khabru inna. The ismu inna is always mansub, and the khabru inna is always marfu. Then we saw another type, that was kana sentence. Just like kana Allahu ghafura. Here it is just opposite of the inna. The ismu, the first ism called ismu kana, and the khabar is called khabru kana, just like the inna. But the difference is that ismu inna is marfu, khabru inna is mansub. What? Kana. Ismu kana is marfu, khabru kana is mansub. And inna case it was just opposite. In inna case, the ismu inna was mansub and the khabru inna was marfu. Then we saw the four type of sentence, jumla failure. What was any sentence which started with the verb, the verbal sentence or the fail, just like khalaq Allah, the khalaqa is the fail, Allah is the fa'il, and al-arda is the maf'ul. So in jumla failure, we have a fa'il, we have a fail. That is mandatory. And sometimes we may have the maf'ul also. Then we learned the four pairs. The first pair was harf jar pair. Any harf jar always followed with the ismi majroor, just like fil ardi. The second pair, we say the sifa pair, baytun kabirun. Now in QC6, we will not call it sifa pair, we will call murakkab tawsifi. Sift and mawsuf, naat and manut. And the third was the ismu ishara pair. Now we will not call ismu ishara, we will say murakkabe ishari. The first part will call the ismu ishara, other will call the mushar. This will call mushar, this will call mushar ilahi. And the fourth pair is called relation pair. Now we will not call it, we will call murakkabe izafi. The first part will be called mudaf, second will be called mudaf ilahi. So each part have its noun, its jar and its majroor. It's called mawsuf and sift. It is called mushar and mushar ilayh. It's called mudaf and mudaf ilayh. It is called murakkabe jari. It is called murakkabe tawsifi. It is called murakkabe ishari. It is called murakkabe idafi. They have their own name in grammar, in Arabic grammar. Whatever the terms are there, we have to learn as such. Now, what we'll read in QC6 in this course, we will revise the details of ism, its genders, number, kind, and status. Kind means the marfa and nakra, proper and the common. We will revise the derived ism, just
Male,
like
female.
the isme tafdil, isme sifa, isme file, isme mubalgha, isme muka. We have studied in QC5, but now we'll go in detail. They are called the derived ism. Then we will revise and with addition new things regarding this called marfuat, mansubat, majrurat, or arab the ism, arab of ism. Then we have a revision about the types of the fail. Just like we say salasi mujarrad afal and the mazid fi afal. Then in detail we will go the other types, just like lazim and mutaddi asma or the afal, abwab, and the properties of abwab. We will also revise the i'rab of the fail. till QC5, we have not talked the Arab of the fail. We always talked Arab of the ism, marfu, nasr. Now we will talk, the verb also have Arab. It also have marfu, nas, and jar. We will talk in this. The mu'arrab, mabni, munsarif. I'm sorry, today we are getting a lot of distance of the internet. Am I hearable to you now?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So
sir.
we were talking about the syllabus, what we will study in this QC6. So we will have the relation murakabat. As I told you, murakab ishari, jari, tosifi, and izafi, they are the proper terms we will use in this course. And revision of addition with the jumla ismiya, jumla failure, jumla shartiya. We have not about talked the jumla shartiya, only that in man ma they come as a harfi shart, and we talked a little example. And the extra which we have not studied in the QC 1 to 5, in this we will have the haruf in detail. Haruf amla, haruf ghair amla. The haruf which act and those which don't act. So they are almost 80 to 100 haruf total. We will study in this. Let's to start with the kalima. Yes, what is kalima? We start this slide in QC1. Kalima. Yes, what do you mean by kalima? Any meaningful word is called kalima. Any meaningful word is called kalima.
Yeah,
Kalima is of
what-
three types. One is called ism, just like the names of some person, place, or things, just like Kitab, Makkah, Rajal, and Khalid. And second type is called fail, which tells something about doing and have a times or the tense, just like Nasara, he helped, Daraba, he killed, Ya'lamuna, they knew, and Ya'maluna, they act, and Nabudu, we worship. And the third type is called harf, which conjugate or join the ism with fail, or fail with ism, or ism with ism, fail with fail, mean joining, giving some meaning, just like min, fi, in, Allah, they are all the harf. We know till here, very clear. No signs of ism. Till QC5, we told you any word which start with alif lam is a ism, just like alhamdu, al-nasu, al-mashri. And we said any word which has tanween, mean have damatan, fatatan, kasratan, just like siratun, hudan, or rahimun. They are also some sign. Then we told you kasra. Kasra is also a sign of ism. You will say how? Al-kitabi, al-rahmani, al-mustaqimi. These come as a majroor. They are also sign of ism. Then nida. Harf nida, when come before some word, that word is always ism. Just like Ya Allah, Ya Nuh, Ya Ayyuhan Nasu. So Ya Ayyuha, this is a harf. But when it's come, it always will come before a noun. And then mudaf. What is mudaf? Any ism which is light, does not have the matan, fatatan, kasatan, or alif lam. So that is called mudaf. Just like kitabullahi, kitab is a mudaf, so it's an ism. Mudaf never be a fail or anything else. It is always ism. Betu Muhammadin, Betu is a mudaf. Kalm, it's a mudaf, so they are ism. Mudaf is always ism. Now, In Islam, we need 4 things clearly know about the Islam. When we talk about the Islam, we must know 4 things about the Islam. What are those? Yes, if anybody knows what are the things we should know about the Islam are known. One is gender. Gender means male or female, masculine or you all should say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. There is something which is coming in to disturb us. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. So we were talking about the ism important aspect. One is the gender. Gender means male, female, masculine, feminine, or the muzakkar one. Then the number. When we say number, it means it may be single, just like wahid. It may be dual, just like tasniya, or it may be plural, just like jama. And when we say kind, it means nakra, common noun, or marfa, the proper noun. And the 4 things which we should know about a noun is the i'rab. I'rab means type, just like marfu, mansub, majrur. Until unless you know these 4 things of a ism, you can't translate, understand, or use that ism. So let's talk about the gender first. The muzakkar, the masculine, it may be a real one. When it's real, we call hakiki. In Arabic, we say hakiki. What is the real? When it has a male and the female. And judgment. Judgment means having some qiyas, just like sign of female or the male. Listen, samai, mean I don't have used that word as a feminine, so it's a masculine. So in oneness, feminine, we have the real, mean the hakiki, mean the real pair. There is a one muzakkar and there is a opposite muannas. Or if there is a muannas, there should be a muzakkar. Qiyasi, to see the signs of or samai heard from the earth. Now we will talk them a little detail. Masculine, real mean when there is a something actually male. Just like abun, okhun, ibnun, they all are the male. So they are the muzakkar. And sometimes we see only the sign, just like any word which have dammatan, jadarun, kitabun, kalmun, masjidun, but not having ronta, they are also the masculine. Or we heard from the arts they use, just like we will have the example, Khalifa, Alama, Talha, they are masculine because Arab use them masculine, though they have the ronta at the end. When I ask what is the sign of feminine, you say ronta at the end. But look, Khalifa, Alama, Talha, they all have the ronta, but they are not the feminine. So this is the one we have heard from the natives. They use them as a masculine. Secondly, body parts which are one, just like rasun, the head, lisanun, the tongue, batnun, the abdomen, kalbun, the heart, sadrun, the chest. Those parts which are one in the body, they are also called masculine. And the body parts which are more than one, just like sin, sinun mean teeth, there are more than 2. Sharun mean the hair, the head hair, the beard hair, they are the more than one. So they are masculine. And body part which are even 2, they sometimes are taken as a masculine, just like zaraun. Zaraun mean this part of the body, they are 2, right and left. Khadun, the cheeks, they are 2. Same way, sadun, we have the shoulders, both shoulders. Hajibun, these eyebrows, they are 2. Atikin, again the two parts. So those are still two, but they are taken as a masculine. What about the feminine? We say the sign of the feminine, there are three signs. Any some which have round ta, it may be a feminine. Not always. Just like Talha, Osama, Uzaifa, Hamza, they are not feminine, though they have the round ta. Second, alif maksura. Alif maksura means standing alif at the end of some noun. That is sign of feminine. Or alif mamduda. Alif mamduda means having alif with hamza at the end, just like hamrao, bedao. They are the feminine. These are the sign. So a feminine ism may be real, just like ummun, ukhtun, bintun. They are the real feminine. They may be by the qiyas, mean judgment. Just like we say jannatun, sa'atun, ayatun, siyaratun, they are feminine because they have the ronta at the end. This sign. They may be listened from the natives. Sama'i mean we have listened, just like what are we? Names of hell. All the name of hell, just like narun, jahannamun, sa'irun, sakrun, ji'imun, lazwa, huttama, havya, whatever the name has been used for Jahannam, they all are feminine in Arabic grammar. Names of the winds, just like samumun, sabhun, sururun, daburun, rihun, they are different types of the winds. They all are feminine. Then the names of the beer, all types of beer and wines, just like khamrun, talaun, khortumun, and the body parts which are in pair, just like kadmun, there are 2 foot, rijlun, 2 legs or 2 thighs, saakun, uzunun, and the kafun, mean the hands and the this rest, hand rest and wrist. Asma, few more asma, which don't have the sign of the feminine, but they are taken feminine because the native use them, just like samaun, shamsun, nafsun, harbun, ardun, kasun, dullu. Dullu is a bucket through which you take the water from out of the well. Now we come to the number. As the number regard, all the numbers, they are divided, all the ism are divided in 3 groups. Wahid mean the single, just like kitabun, rasulun, nabiyun, they are single. Wahid. They may be dual. Dual mean tasniya, just like kitabani. Kitab, the dual is kitabani. Rasul, the dual is rasulani. Nabi, nabiyani. Mean adding alif noon with kasra give the meaning of dual. Then there may be some plural, mean the Jama. Jama are of 2 types, you so know. One is the Salim, just from Kitab, it's not Salim, it's Kitab, Kutub. Rasul, Rusul. Nabi, Ambiya, and Nabiun. It has the both, Salim as well as the Muqassir. So these are the numbers. It may be Wahid, Tasniya, Jama, means single, dual, and plural. We will learn them in details. Today I am giving you only the introduction. In coming lessons, each things we will study in detail. The kind of ism is of 2 kinds. Either it's a common noun or it's a proper noun. When it's common noun, we say nakra. Common noun, nakra, which has great inference. The common noun, they are in majority. If I say men are in billion, trillion. Okay. When we say the example, just like rajulun, men, kitabun, book, the same way baladun, city, so many cities. And marfa mean proper noun, which has a specific inference. It becomes selected. Just like Muhammadun, everybody is not Muhammad. Rajul, men may be so many, but when I say al-rajulu, it's become a specific man about whom I am talking. Quran. Every book is not Quran. Quran is a specific book. Al-Kitabu. Every kitab is a common noun. But when I say Al-Kitabu, then I am talking about a specific book which is under consideration or reference. Makkah. There are so many cities, but Makkah is not the common. Makkah is a specific. When we say Makkah, the Makkah means the Makkah which is situated in Saudi Arabia, where the Baitullah is there. Al-Baladu, Balad, city, any city. But when we say Al-Baladu, it means I am talking about some special city which is under the consideration or reference. In Marfa, there are 7 types. Proper nouns or marfa are 7 types. One is called Ismu Alam. Alam. Alam means the personal name. Just like Ahmad, Muhakka, Quran, they are a specific name of some person, some place, something. So they are called Ismu Alam. Second is called Zamair. All the pronouns, they are marfa. They are proper noun. Just like huwa, or they may come in this shape, hu, ka, kum. Or they may come this shape, iyahu, iyahum. So any shape when the zamair come, they are proper. Asma Masula, just like masculine, allazi, allazina, feminine, allati, allati, are common. Ma and man, they also come as a ismi masula at time. So they are marf. Asma ishara, just like haza, haulai, they are the masculine. Zalik, haulaika, they are farther away, masculine. Hazehi tilka, they are the feminine. So what are the marfa? There are 7 types. So 4 are ismi alam, personal name, zamair, pronouns, asma masula, asma ishar. The rest 3, they are here. Marfa bil alif lam. Any noun when get alif lam, it become proper noun. Just like al baytu, al rajulu, al. Then mudaf ilal marfa. When the mudaf is towards a marfa stem, the mudaf itself becomes the marfa. Just like baytuhu, bayt is not the proper noun, but who zamir is a proper noun, which is the mudaf ilay. Now the mudaf also becomes the proper. We say baytuhu, now the bed, his house, it becomes a proper noun. So in that case, the mudaf also becomes the proper, though the mudaf itself was not proper noun. Rasulullah, Rasul, any messenger. But when we say Rasulullah, the Allah's messenger, now it becomes proper because Allah is the proper noun. So when anything is referred or linked with the Allah, it becomes proper due to the Allah's name. For example, Masjidul Qariya. Masjid is a common noun. It's not a problem. But Al-Qariya, a special village, a special living place or small city, Qariya, Al-Qariya. Al-Qariya is a proper. So the masjid also become proper of that city. And the 7th things which can be marfa is nakra maksura. Nakra maksuda means that which we call, we attach with some callings name. Ya Rajulu. Rajul is a common name. Oh man. But when we say Ya Ralu, oh man, it becomes proper because you can't say everybody. You call somebody and that become a specific because you know him. Ya Sheikh. Ya Waladu. Walad is a common name. But when we say Ya Walad, it becomes proper. So proper noun or marfa are 7 types. What are they? Ismu alam, ismi zamir, and then come the ismi masula, ismi ishara, marraf bil alif lam, mudaf ila ma'arfa, and nakra maqsuda, to whom you call. So these are called proper nouns, not a marfa. Now ismi marfa, it may be ismi alam, it may be zamair, it may be ismi masula, it may be ismi ishara, it may be marfa bil alif lam, it may be mudaf ilal marfa, and it may be nakra maqsuda. So these are the 7 types of ismi marfa we have talked about. Now we come to Arab. Yes, you will have to me. What is Arab? What do you understand by the word Arab? Yes?
To describe a position of a word in a sentence.
Yes, you are right, sister. The position of a word in the sentence is called Arab, but actually Arab means the last harka of the word. Just they may be
Sorry, sir, can we say the change in the last harka of a word?
the last harka on the word is called Arab. It may be marfu, just like kitabun, rasulun, nabiun. Look, there is the matan on the last letter of the word. On the last letter of word is called the Arab. Here the Arab is marfu. It may be mansub, just like kitaban, rasulan, nabiyan. Again, the last letter of the word is telling the Arab is in the state of mansub. It may be majrur, just like kitabin, rasulin, nabiin. Again, the last letter of the word harka is called Arab, because it declared the state of that or the position of that word in some use or in that sentence. Either it is marfu, mansub, or majrur. So there are Arab of in previous slide, let me go back. This is for the single nouns. See, kitab, rasul, nabi, marfu, mansub, majrur, but all are single. Let's to talk about the dual. The Arab of dual, how it is. In the marfu, the dual Arab is kitabani, rasulani, nabiyani. So what is the sign of marfu in these all three? Ani. Mean alif, noon with kasra. Ani, ani, ani. And what is the mansub Arab of dual? This is kitabaini, rasulaini, nabiyani. It has fatah on the third letter and noon with kasra at the end. Because you know, kitabun, the ba was having the ma. Kitaba, the ba was. Here, this third letter. Here, kitabun, ba is the third letter. Rasulun, lam is the third letter. Nabiyun, ya. All the three, they are ba, lam, ya showing fatah. The dual sign is this fatah, mansub, with ya, noon, with kasra. So we say kitabaini, rasulaini, nabiyani. They are the mansub. What about the majrur? In duals, kitabaini, rasulaini, nabiyani. The same. It means in dual, the mansub and majrur are the same shape. They don't change. So this was the Arab of dual. What about the plural Arab? Plural Arab in marfu, we say kutubun is the jama mukassir. Rusulun jama mukassir. Nabiun is jama salim. So what is the sign? If mukassar, it will have damatan. If it's the salim plural, it will have waw noon with fatah. And look, what is the original? Nabi, ya is the last. The last letter is showing dhamma. This dhamma is showing the rafa sign. Nabiyuna. What about the mansub for the plural? Kutub is kutuban, double fatah. Rusulun, rusulan, double fatah. But when we say nabiyun, it will be not dhamma fatah. It will be yanu. Nabiyina. Nabiina, here in plural, the sign come with kasra and nun fatah. In Dhamma, the third letter of the ism were having fatah. In dual, that will be fatah. Here in plural, it will be kasra. In dual, the nun was having kasra. Is here, the nun will have fatah. Just like in plural, even nun has fatah. In dual, it have In the mansub is the same. Kutubin, rusulin, for the Jama Mukassir, it's easy because Dhammatan, Fatatan, Kasratan, it's easy. But in the case of Jama Salim, again, look, Nabiina, the third letter of the Ism showing Kasr, and the Noon is showing Fatah. Now here is a concept. What is this? Muslimun, Marfu, because showing Dhammatan. Musliman, Mansub, because showing Fatatan. Muslimin, Majroor, showing Kasratan. Are you clear? Marfu, Mansub, Majroor. Dhammatan, Fatatan, Kasratan. When I talk about the dual, it becomes Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini. Here in this case, the fatah on the last letter. Muslim is the, look, Muslim. Last letter is mim. The mim having fatah, mim having fatah, mim having fatah. But the noon of the marfu, mansub, majrur, they are having kasra. So we say Musalmani, Musalmaini, Musalmain. This is the dual. What about the plural? We say Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. What is the change? Look, meme showing in Rafa, Dhamma. All the three, single, dual, plural, all the meme showing Dhamma. In dual, it is showing extra alif noon with kasra. In plural, it is showing waw noon with fatha. Let's look to the mansub. Muslimaini, Muslimani, Dajar. Here, the meme is showing kasra, noon is showing fatha. So we got the marfu, mansub, majrur. For the single, we say Muslimun, Musliman, Muslim. For dual, we say Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslim. For plural, we say Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslim. Are you clear about all the 9 positions of the male or the masculine or the male gender?
Yes, sir.
Single, dual, plural. Now come to the feminine. In single, we say Muslimatun, Dhammatan, Muslimatan, Fatatan, Muslamatin, Kasratan. That is the single, easy. Dhammatan, Fatatan, Kasratan. For the dual, we say Muslimatani, Muslimataini, Muslimataini. Look, the word Muslim, mim, fatah, fatah, fatah. In single, it was also having fatah, fatah, fatah. So that is no change. Change is here. Tani, alif noon with kasra. Taini, ya noon with kasra. Taini, noon kasra. In dual, either male or female, the noon will show kasra. What about the plural? We say Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. Here we say Dhammatan. Here we say Kasratan. Kasratan. No fatatan in for family. So this is the normal form of the single masculine, feminine, dual, and the plural. The Rafa, Nas, Jar. Rafa, Nas, Jar. Rafa, Nas, Jar. Are you clear about these feminine, single, dual, and the plural? It means you are not clear. Otherwise, you should have said, oh, yes.
Yes, please.
It's clear, sir.
Okay, brothers are clear, but the sisters are not clear.
Sisters are clear too.
Sisters are more clever than the brothers.
It's clear.
Okay, you are accepting this.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, now listen, brothers and sisters. This slide tells us the original form of the ism. This is called the heavy or the default form. Heavy in this sense, look, double dhamma, double kasra, or double fatah. Alif noon, ya noon, waw noon, ya noon. They are the heavy. They are the original. Now what happened when they become light? How they become light? Look, In the single, it was Muslimun, Musliman, it become Muslimu, one Dhamma, Muslima, one Fatah, Muslimi, one Kasa. It become light. It was heavy, double. Now it becomes single. In case of the dual, it was Muslimani, Muslimaini. Now the noon has gone. So they become short. When they become short, they become the lighter in weight. We say Muslima, Muslimi. What about the plural? It was Muslimuna, Muslimina, noon is gone. When the noon gone, it becomes Muslimu, Muslimi. They become the lighter. Now you are clear about the heavy and the light aspect of the noun?
Yes,
Can you
please.
differentiate between a heavy and the light noun?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's come to the feminine. Same here. Muslimatun become Muslimatu, Muslimatan become Muslimata, Muslimatin become Muslimati. One Dhamma, one Fatah, one Kasra. So it becomes light. When we say dual, we say Muslimatani, Muslimatani, Muslimat. Now it is Muslimata, Nungan, Muslimati, Nungan, Muslimati, Nungan. So it becomes lighter. What of the plural? We say Muslimatun, Muslimati, Muslim. We took the one Dhamma, Muslimatu. We took the one Kasra, Muslimati, one Muslim. So it becomes the lighter. When they become lighter, we say they are light. Why they are light? Single Dhamma, single Fatah, single Kasra. No noon, no noon, no noon, no noon, no noon. So they become light. No Dhamma, no double Kasra, no double, they become light. So this is called the light or khafif form of the Ism. The light they have become light. They have thrown on their load. They have thrown on their weight of carrying two, or carrying no. They throw, when they throw away, they become khafif or light. Why I put so much stress on this? Understand? Because mudaf is always khafif. Baytu. Can you identify is single, dual, or plural? What is this?
Single.
Single.
Is it a heavy or light?
Light.
Why it is light?
Because you have
Single
single.
Dhamma.
One Dhamma. So when the ism noun is light, it is always becomes the mudaf. The mudaf is having two things. Number one, no alif lam. Second, the Arab is light. That is the two form. And third is to confirm either it's a mudaf or not. After this ism, there will be always an ism or noun which is in jar majroor. If after that coming, then we confirm this is mudaf and followed is mudaf.
Mudaf.
Mudaf ilay is never maybe light. It may be light, may be heavy. But the mudaf is always light. Mudaf ilay may be heavy, may be light. Doesn't
matter. Always in jar. Always in jar.
Yes, that is mandatory to make it mudaf ilay. In the state of jar doesn't mean that it will show the kasra. At times they don't show the kasra. We will see the sign of majroor. When we will study the majrurat, I will tell you, kasra is the one sign. There may be other signs also which, just like Ibrahimu, Ibrahima. In third Ibrahima, there is no kasra. The fatah itself is showing it's in kasra. At times, it's not mandatory kasra will come. But when it come in the place of mudaf ilay, we will say now the Ibrahima is in the state of jar. If I say Baytu Ibrahima, Baytu, the Baytu is mudaf. So after it's coming ism, Ibrahima can't be now in mansub. It must be in majroor. But the form of majroor Ibrahima is with fatah because it does not take the kasra. So we will say it's in the form of state of jar, though not showing the kasra. So kasra is not mandatory, but this is mandatory. After a mudaf, the ism is always in the state of jar. What are the jar sign? We will study later on. Okay, come this. Kalmu talib tin. What is this kalmu? It's heavy or light?
Light.
Light, mudaf.
Single dhamma. That is
Single.
light. Is it a mudaf or not? It's mudaf because
It's
after
mudaf.
the ism talibati is coming is a jar state. So that is murakkab izafi. First ism is mudaf, second is mudaf. Look the second here. Kitabul talibu. What is kitab? Heavy or light?
Mudaf. Light.
Light because having single dam. And after that the ism majroor. At-talibu. At-talibu. It is not showing the kasra. But at-talibu will take as in the state of jar. The next is Rabbana. What about this word Rabba? Is it heavy or light?
Light.
It's light.
Single fatha. Rabbun, Rabban, Rabbin. It's a noun. Can be in three states. Na is coming as a zamir, but it is coming as a mudaf. And remember, the zamair, they are mabni. They have the same. Rabb, na, mansoob, marfu, na, mansoob, na, majrur. Same. No change. So we can say na is here in the state of jar.
State of jar.
Because it's coming after the mudaf. Okay. The next is tahta shajrati. What about tahta? It's a ism because it's zarf. Is it light or heavy?
Light.
Light.
So it's be mudaf because after it's coming ism is in the jar. Al shajrati showing the kasra. So al shajrati is a proper noun. So the tahta has become also proper noun. This is called mudaf ila marfa. Mudaf ila marfa. Because mudaf ila is marfa, so the mudaf here has become marfa. Next is marka. What is this ma? Ism fail harf.
Ism.
Ism.
And it is light or heavy.
Light.
And ka is a zamir. Zamir remains same. Ka marfu is the same with fatha.
Jar.
Ka
Jar.
mansub is the same with fatha. Jar. So here, because it's coming after the mudaf, so we will say ka is in the state of jar. Though it is showing the fatha. So we have two things. Mudaf, no alif lam, and Arab is light. The mudaf alayh is always having jar, a state of jar, not the kasra. Maybe at time kasra, just like al-shajri, just like talibatin, but at time they does not show the kasra, just rabbana, just ma'aka, just at-talib. So you should be clear about this concept. Mudaf alayh. Yes, anything which is not clear to you, please ask me because still I have got few minutes so I can go with you people in discussion. Because after few days, somebody will stood in the class. I am not clear about this mudaf and mudaf. What is
because chances of forgetting the things is there, so that's why.
I always forget. I ask the students, please tell me, and they tell. Then I get, oh, this is the thing. But I have the experience. When I'm asking those who are not clear, please ask. So I could make it more samples, more examples, more easy. But the moment I finish this lesson, I will forget everything about it. Because I have other classes, I will go there. Every day I have separate classes, separate lessons, and I'm always preparing daily. The moment I deliver, I took the slides through in a done box. I have completed and go for the next. So I am continuously working. So I forget how much distance I have done. So this is the students, they have to remember how much distance they have covered and what is left. Yes, H.A. Ahmad. Yes, brother. Unmute yourself.
Okay. Yeah, my question is when you are explaining masculine and feminine, the ism that are in two, like shoulders, like cheeks. You said they are masculine, but you also gave another example of isms that are in pairs that are also in feminine. So I want to be clear about that and know when I can recognize this is
Exceptions are
masculine
all
and this is
these 4-5 words when come, they are come as a masculine. Just like I said, the round thigh is the sign of the feminine. Round thigh at that. But I gave you the exceptions. Just like I say, Talhatun, Alamatu, Hamzatu, Usamatu, uh, they all having round thigh, but they are not feminine. In the same way, all those pairs in the body, they are feminine, except those 4 or 5 words which I told you. So you have to note that which words they are paired, but still they are not feminine. Which are having ranta, but they are not feminine. So that you have to note. These are only these few examples which I have mentioned. There may be many more when we come across, we'll see. But normally, in the books, they are given these few examples. So please, you try to memorize or write in your notes. All nouns, majority of them having ranta is always feminine, except this. Mawiya, Hamza, Talha, Usama, Illama. They all are masculine. They are the exception. In the same way, we say all those parts which are double in body, they are feminine, just like Ain, 2 eyes, Uzun, 2 ears. In the same way, hands, 2 hands. The handkerchief, hand wrist, they are 2. But we have exceptions. Those 4 or 5, they are the exception, just like the cheeks, just like these elbows, just like we were having the shoulders. They are exception. So you have to learn them. Yes, any other brother, sister, if you don't have the question, let me to close then the session with this last slide. There are special words. They are frequently used in the Musaf also. Ladun, especially form. Ghair mean other than. I mean which or any. Bada means some or some of. Kulla mean each, all, every, the whole. Dun mean beside, other than. These are the meaning. They are special mudaf. They are special mudaf. They don't show the light or heaviness or the sign. They themselves, they are the mudaf. Whenever they come as a mudaf. So this was the last slide from my side. If you people have any question, let me to close the session. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك
إلا
ونتوب
أنت
إليك اللهم اغفر
أستغفرك
لنا
وأتوب
قبل
إليك.
الموت وارحمنا
اللهم
عند
اغفر لنا
الموت
قبل
ولا
الموت
تعذبنا
وارحمنا
بعد
عند
الموت
الموت
ولا
ولا تحاسبنا
تحاسبنا
بعد
يوم
الموت
القيامة
ولا
إنك على
تحاسبنا
كل
يوم
شيء قدير
القيامة
الله
إنك
حافظ.
على كل
Yes,
شيء
brother,
قدير.
you are talking continuously. Yes, what is the issue?
Probably he was repeating this, the prayer with you.
It was reading after you.
When Imam prays, the behind people, they have to say slowly in their heart. Okay. Yes, if there is no question with this, Alhamdulillah, we have revised these lessons which we studied on the last Wednesday, on the Thursday. In same way, we will have the regular class on every Wednesday, Thursday, and the same class will be repeated jointly, mean the 2 days classes on this Sunday. So that is the double class. Those who miss those class, they can attend this. Those who want to have a more clarification and have extra time can attend the both classes there and this third also. That's up to there. Or if those who don't even get the time for both days or both classes, they may be benefited from the recording. Subhanakallahum. So let's to come. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Allahumma ighfir lana qabla al-maut warhamna inda al-maut wa la tu'azzibna ba'da al-maut wa la tuhasibna yawm al-qiyamah innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah Hafiz. And I apologize for the interruptions of the internet. That's beyond my reach, beyond my control. Though I have got the double connections, but it's